nobody wants to touch anything that has pee on it. Did you have to like remove everything that was soaked in pee? Hi, and welcome to the Handy Women YouTube channel. I am your host, Geraldine Anello. I'm the founder of the Handy Women community, which you can find on Facebook. Click the link below if you're not in it. It's already over 50,000 members strong and growing fast because it is that awesome. So make sure to join. And our mission is to empower women with tools so more women do their own handiwork, so the women who do their own handiwork know they're not alone. It's fun. We love it. We're proud over here. And to help me with our mission today is Bryony Peters. Hi, Bryony.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. I'm so excited to have you on because today you're going to show us how you did your cat tree. Now, tell me about this cat tree. Did you have one and you decided to make it better, or did you not have one and instead of buying one, you figured you should do it yourself? What's the backstory?
My daughter actually was moving out of her place and she needed to get rid of this cat tree, and it was in really bad shape. Like the carpet on it was really frayed and it smelled bad. Her cat had been peeing on it and whatever. So I brought it home and I took it all apart and just redid everything and then put it back together again. And
well, first of all,
hi.
I
should introduce her too.
So cute, a special guest, our first cat in the Handy Women channel. So, I mean, my eyes went somewhere else when I heard the word pee. Nobody wants to touch anything that has pee on it. Did you have to like remove everything that was soaked in pee?
Yeah, I took everything off. I used gloves, obviously, and I left it out on my deck until after I was done with it, right? So
can you show it so we can see what you were working with?
If I can figure out how to switch my camera.
All right. So this, you bought it originally and then you removed everything. So when you removed everything, did you remove also the columns on the side?
Yeah, I took everything apart. It's all just screwed together. So I took it apart right down to just the pieces that were on there so I could get everything off.
And you said it was screwed to, was it actual screws or was it more like staples?
No, the carpet was on with staples, but all of the pieces, like these are basically wooden post pieces. Mm-hmm. And hi. And this was all screwed together too, right? There's boards that are the base of it.
Oh, with actual screws, huh?
Yeah.
How long did it take to remove everything?
I was working quite a bit, so I just kind of worked on it a little bit every day when I came home from work. It probably took me about a week, but I would say 5 or 6 hours altogether to get everything stripped down.
Oh, wow. How long had you had this cat tree before you started this process?
I had just hauled it home just before, and I was really excited to just get started on it. So I started on it pretty much right away.
That's great. Okay, so now everything was stripped down. You just had pieces of wood. I mean, how did you remove the part with the holes? Like that just came out on the side? The holes that go through the platforms.
It was screwed on from the sides. You can kind of see.
Ah, there we go.
And so then once I had the top piece off, I just was able to just lift it up over the post, right?
Oh, you lifted it up over it. That's cool. Did you cut it as well?
No, I just worked with what was there.
That's great. Okay, so now everything was out. What was the next step?
I bleached it to get rid of the cat smell. And then I had this old carpet that I removed from my upstairs. So I cut the pieces of carpet to fit those spots and put them on. My neighbor had a coil of rope that he got from the dump that he gave me to do those. So then I did that. And then after that, I covered the edges in fabric and sewed these little cushions.
What about the cushions? Were they there before, or are these some that you added yourself?
I made those myself. And what I did is I just, I laid this piece on top of the fabric and I just traced around it. And then this
You
together.
Okay, so you had bought a cushion that worked, or did you
Nope.
have to cut the hook? Nope, not it.
No, I made the cushions custom myself.
How does one do that?
I had some fabric left over from other projects. I used to sew a lot of dresses for my daughter. So I had like leftover fabric from these two different types of fabric here. And so I cut around the template that I made by tracing it with the wooden pieces. And then I cut two of those. And then you put in quilt filling in between layers and flip it all inside out and sew around the last little bit. And then I put, because it was really, really fluffy and I wanted it to be a little flatter, then I used these yarn to kind of pull it together more, if that makes sense.
Where do you get quilt filling?
You can get it usually at any department store has it, and that's usually the cheapest way to get it. But I actually had some left over because I made a lot of quilts.
That's awesome. And so, and for the yard, did you sew it before you put it in the platform, or did you sew it through the platform? Although that doesn't seem to make sense.
I sewed the cushions together first, and then I did the yarn tying to make it stick together more. And then I actually just used my staple gun and stapled it to the wood.
And that's safe enough for the cat. The cat will not randomly pull one out and hurt himself or herself.
No.
This is beautiful. And I just love all of that you had all these material. I mean, this goes to show that you shouldn't get rid of things, right? Like an old carpet, it doesn't take a lot of carpet here. You just use a little bit and you just had it at hand.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I always save the scraps of anything that might be useful because I'm always doing little projects. So
I feel like if I were to do a project like that, I would get very nervous that my cat would always be on top of the thing the entire time I'm trying to work. Case, or was your cat good at letting you work?
My cat is an inside cat, and I did most of the work outside. But when I brought it inside to put the cushions on and put it back together and everything, she was trying to climb on it a bit. Yeah.
That's so cute. And then you brought it home. Is it heavy?
It's fairly heavy. It's not bad. I moved it by myself.
Okay. And do you anticipate having to redo it at a certain length of time, or do you think you're going to have it this way for a long time?
I'm not really sure. I think if it wears out again, I will probably just build my own from scratch because there's a few things that I didn't think were very sturdy. Like when she jumps up on there, she'll jump up from the ground and sometimes almost knock it over.
Interesting. So what would you build differently to make it more stable? The base?
I think I'd make the base heavier. Like it's just a piece of OSB, the base of it. And I think I would probably use like a thick 3/4 inch plywood, and then it would be heavier on the bottom.
That's such a great tip. That should automatically come with that way.
Yeah, it should.
What else would you do differently?
I don't know. I'm actually pretty happy with it.
Great. I love it. Well, congratulations, Bryony. Can we see you again?
There.
Thank you so much for sharing all of that with us. Congratulations. It looks amazing. Your cat is obviously thrilled with your work. So that's awesome. If you're watching this, write in the comments if you've ever done your own cat tree, or are you going to try now that you saw this video? Write in the comments, like and subscribe so you get to see more free content. Thank you so much, Bryony.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.